Hello, I'm Karen Kilner and I'm an independent stamping demonstrator here in the UK. About 5 years ago, I wasn't well with some mental health problems, and I was mind-numbingly flicking the TV, as you do, and I came across a shopping channel that was showing you how to make cards out of the stuff they were selling. So I kept coming back to it and I thought, I can have a go at that. So I popped myself along to Hobbycraft and I looked around and I didn't know where to start. So I thought, why not do a series of beginners classes, starting right from the basics of what you need as a beginner to get yourself going. So here we go. So this is lesson 1. And basically I'm going to show you the first tools that you might need, and the card that you need, and how to cut your card into a card shape. So this is called a bone folder, and I'll bring it up a little bit. This is obviously Stampin' Up! One, and what you do with that, it's to crease your card and give it sharp edges. So when you fold a card, you just with the card and it gives it a good edge. A good pair of scissors to cut your card. I like them, but I also like another pair of scissors. I use some cheaper ones to cut tape with when I'm sticking things onto my cards, just because it all bungs it up. But to start off with, we're just going to do a simple card that doesn't have anything other than the cardstock and a little stamp in the end. So you need that. So you can cut your paper with that, or you can use a craft knife, which you have to be very careful with, obviously. And if you have a craft knife, you're going to need a cutting mat, just so that you obviously don't damage your table. And a ruler and a pencil is handy. So basically, they're the basic tools, and I can show you how to cut a card. So I'm going to put my mat there, and I'm going to get my card. As I've said, this is A4 and it's 11 3/4, which is 29.5 centimetres, by 8 1/4, which is 21 centimetres. And you can cut it in half. You can cut it in half landscape view, or you can cut it in half portrait view. I'll show you landscape first, and you can get 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper, or cardstock I should say. So I'm just going to measure halfway, which I know is 5 7/8, which is there, and I'll do it from the other end as well, so that you know you're going to get a straight line, she says. I've done this before and I went skew whiff. So with the craft knife, so if you're going to do it with your pair of scissors, I would draw a line and cut it with your scissors. But you've got to have a really steady hand to get a really straight edge. So to cut your card bases, I probably wouldn't use scissors. But so then you can cut your, oops, that's probably a bit big. Then with your ruler there, you need to press firmly. Oh, when I've gone, see, that's why I don't use this. And I've gone, I can't press down very well because I've got arthritis in my hand. But yeah, so I've gone a skew whiff there, but there's my card, and you can see where I've gone skew whiff, but never mind, that doesn't matter. And then to score it, you can use your bone folder and I'm going to mark it again. So half of 8 1/4 is 4 1/8, so I'm going to mark that down as well. And then with my bone folder, I'm just going to press fairly firmly and make a score line, and then I can fold it over and just do that. And then you've got your card base, which you can either use like that or like that. So like that or like that. But so that's one way, and probably one of the cheaper ways to do it. But I very quickly ditched that idea because I wasn't very good at it, and it made me a little bit despondent. So I invested in a trimmer. So this trimmer works as a scoreboard as well. It has an arm, so you can use up to 14 inches, or 14.5 if you wanted to. So it can hold quite a nice size piece of paper, and that's the arm, and it folds away. It's also got a lock, so it keeps the arm in place, not the arm, what, don't know what you call that. Anyway, it locks that in place, and so it's good for storage. It's got a dark blade and it's got a light grey blade. So it's a dark grey and a light grey. This light grey one is a scoring tool, so that it doesn't cut, it just scores your paper. And this one cuts. You've got your measurements on both ends, so you can use it however you want to. Either I like it with the inches. I like with this lever bit on my right, but people use it this way round as well, and put the paper up there to measure. But I like to measure from the bottom. I don't know why, but that's me. But if you buy one, you'll make it your own and do whatever you want to do. So like I say, this makes your cutting and scoring a lot more easy. So I'm going to keep my scoring tool out of the way for the time being, and this time we're going to cut the paper lengthways. So I'll show you how it's done here. So you cut it at 4 1/8. Now all the measurements and how is going to be on my blog. So if you press the description button, you'll find it there, and it'll get you straight there. So there you go, simple. So you just put your card up to the 4 1/8, pop the rest down, that keeps your card in place. There's a groove in this plastic thing which needs cleaning every now and again, which you do with just a bit of paper. Put it through, and it gets out all the dust. Oh gosh, look. Ew. I haven't done that for a little bit. So it keeps it running smoothly. And then I'm going to score this at 5 7/8. So keep the cutting blade out the way. You've scored it, and then you move that out of the way, and then you can use your bone folder, and it's a lot cleaner, a lot neater, and you can use your card that way or that way. So you've got your cutting it landscape, you've got your normal sort of shape card that you can use like that and like that. So that's basically your base card. And then what I'm going to show you next time is some stamps, and that can be a little bit of a minefield as well. So once I've shown you the stamps and what you need for stamping, then we'll get on and start and make a card. See you soon. Bye.